Hi again, Brad Ward, Ward's Auctions, Bud Haynes Auctions, April 2021, the year of 2021. Non-restricted, lots number 106 to 135, I think it is. In the non-restricted kind of walkthrough quickie, also includes 1, 2, 3, out of order. We'll start with that one, which is, of course, a commemorative Winchester, Model 70 Ultra Grade. Comes with that display box. I'm obviously not going to go start cycling that. That would be crazy silly. And it also comes, look on your gallery, 1, 2, 3, comes with a shipping container for this box, the original, styrofoam and tube for this, and the shipping box, the shipping cardboard for that. All original, and obviously it's never been shot. Lot number 106 on a coach gun. This one is a Norenko JW 2000 12 gauge. I'm not going to dry fire this one just because of the type of fire pins they are. It's not a good idea, but it's basically, it's a new gun. These are kind of a one of those things that you buy, you shoot a few times at the range for fun, and then you don't really put a whole bunch because you're not going hunting with it. It's just for funsies. So typically they don't get a lot of use, a lot of miles on them. So when you're buying them used, it's almost the same as buying them new. 107 Norenko HP9 on a little tactical. As mentioned before, these all were proofed as safe literally just before shooting the video again. So, black battle style finish or Parker Ice style finish, polymer fixtures, and probably has got, if it got a box of rounds through it with the owner and his buddies the one time or 2 times out, that's generally it. 108 J.C. Higgins, Model 20 in 12 gauge, 2 3/4. Used but not overused. Safety on, safety off. What you see is what you get. I don't think there's any surprises there. Just based on the exterior appearance, not a lot of use. I think you could buy that one with confidence. 109 CIL 402. This is 20 gauge, single shot, hinge brake. Does have ejectors. Cocking, trigger, extraction, ejection. What you see is what you get. No surprises there. Definitely some shelf wear and some use wear, but not a whole lot. Air gun, I'm not going to cock it and pull the trigger. And this one is unknown Hungarian brake action. We put as non-restricted. I don't even know if we know. We don't know the feet per second. So err on the side of caution. We're making you have a pal for that one. 111 on the Enfield P14 303. Going to have to get my little fingers in there. Safety on. Safety off. Pretty well as expected. See the photos for all the proof marks and sporterized customizing that was done to it. So I don't think you're going to have any real surprises there. And just short stroke it so I don't have to stick my fingers through again. So no surprises. Used, of course, surplus sort of stuff. This one here, very very clean. Japanese made, high gloss on the Browning. This is in 22, short, long rifle. No surprise. I'm going to dry fire it a couple times. Not favorite for 22, so I understand that. I know. No surprises. This thing is really, really low miles on it. It does have some marks on it, mostly from being moved, much more so than being used. This could be the junior. This is the son to this one being the dad's. 113 81 BLR. This is in 22 250 lever action. Again, light use on that, I would say. Cycles very nicely. Beautiful trigger. Well, beautiful factory trigger. Nothing to be overly discussed. It's just a good, clean piece with low miles. I'm going to guess it was. I don't know that for a fact, so don't quote me. But this came in from the same people, and it was sort of the father-son sort of an attitude. 114 Kui 60 repeater, probably was somebody's favorite firearm, and has all of the ear markings of being used. It's got the wiggly bottom end, but you know, we all do when we get to this age. But it is cycling, but something needs to be addressed inside there. Tube comes out, tube locks, and just a tiny little bit of tweaking to be done in here. It looks like it might have had an old repair in there. I can't tell for sure without taking it apart. So crack on the stock's been glued. I'm sure that's in the description. 115 Winchester Model 12. Not a trench gun. You know, bluing is well worn, turning gray, but it definitely is cycling. Safety on, safety off. So I don't think that there's, again, any surprises. Matching numbers on there. Lots of little dings and stuff on the furniture. Corncob forend, but nothing you wouldn't expect from a piece of that age that saw actual use. 116 is a Winchester 70. This one's in 300 Win Mag. Fitted with a Bushnell Elite 4200. Safety on. Safety off. I would call it expected used condition. You don't see any sort of signs of abuse or anything, but you can see where it's been traveling laying down. So, you know, it was on a hunting trip. It was on a back seat. It was, you know, what you see is what you get. Watch out for that firearm leaning there. Number 117 on another coach gun. This was 410. So again, you got Dad's coach gun and you got the son's coach gun. You know, in case you go stagecoaching, family stagecoaching, and it's got low miles. You know, again, IGA Gausha, IGA is what that one is. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. 3-inch chambers, safety on or safety off. Automatically cycle safety on, off. You know what? What you see is what you get. It's probably no different than if you bought it off a store shelf, because it's got virtually no use on it. A whole bunch of these sort of get built as kits or bought, and very little of them get used. This is 118 Kentucky Rifle Repro. This is Euro Arm 45 percussion. You know, there's no contamination around that nipple. You know, so chances are it's very likely that it's never been shot. Case hardened locks on them. So these are just sort of fun to have, I guess. Black powder. And what you see is what you get on that. Doesn't look. I don't think it's ever been used, and I'm not sure if this was a kit or if this was a bought whole unit. But 119 Marlin M25. This is in 22 Magnum bolt action repeater. Comes with one magazine. And I would venture to say low use. You know, there's clean as a whistle inside there. No extra. Let's put safety on. Safety off. Once more. Yeah, this is a great little 22 Magnum. Hardly any marks on the stock and the bluing. So again, probably low use. Buy with confidence. Lot number 120 is one of those Squires, you know, M16 would-be's. One magazine. Yeah, only one magazine it looks like. Double check in your description though. Comes with a little optic on top of there. No fixed sights. It's basically a black finish on these. It does have a sort of a safety lock. You can lock that back there. Not a safety lock, but when you're doing the magazine changes. Safety on, safety off. Once more for good luck. So it's probably it's used, it's used. But what a fun little plinker. Plink, plink, plink. Non-restricted for putting little holes in paper for the most part. 121 Winchester 70 featherweight and 243. Fixed sights on there, plus some rings. I would say used condition, but I don't see any evidence of it being used as a baseball bat. Safety on. Safety off. Good meat and potatoes piece. It feels just exactly as you would expect going through. You can't quite use those iron sights with those bases on there, but then why would you? It's very close though. Number 122 Winchester 94 and 3030. Probably said it a million times that you should be legally required to have a 3030 Winchester, a Cui 22, and a Remington 870, something. That should be your requirements. This is in used condition. There's no doubt about that. Seems to be cycling. Probably could benefit from a good cleaning, but otherwise it's doing what it's supposed to do. We'll see if we can get some barrel pictures. It looks good to me. As much as anybody who asks me, I don't give opinions, but it's a pretty decent bore on that one. It does have sling mounts on the back and a tube-mounted one on the front. So this would be a good user. I think I would want to clean it up, take it home like a new adopted baby, and give it a good cleaning. 124 on the Remington, single shot, octagonal barrel. Little rolling / falling block action on that one. I'm going to dry fire. It's got lots of repairs. Had a repair there. It's had stock repairs. It's seen the trenches, as it were, and lived to tell the story. So I think somebody needs to take it home. It's had some stock or fore-end repairs as well. Somebody needs to take it home. It seems like a good. I think I just smacked the microphone. A good base for restoration, but it is a bit of a project. 125 Stevens falling block 22 again. I think possibly moving forward, like Steven suggested, I might track down some snap caps. We do have lots. Maybe pre-charge the 22s ahead of time for the videos. We'll think about that. Seems like we're always doing everything last minute. So on this one, lot number 125, I think it's a very restorable piece, but it does. I wouldn't say it needs love. It doesn't need love, but I think it deserves a bit. But don't polish off all that nice, beautiful patina. But a good take apart and check some pins and possibly a new pin or two. That'll be a great piece. This is virtually new. 126 H&R Tamer model SV1. This is in 410 3-inch. Sort of a satin stainless, I'm assuming, finish on the barrel and the receiver. Could be some sort of a coating on it. It's had some use, no doubt about that, but certainly not a whole bunch. And I would say this is junior size, because it's small on me, but I think it's intended to be. So what a fun little piece. 410, great to get the kids started with it. 127 Mossberg 402 Plinker, semi-automatic repeater. Does come with one magazine, and I will have to take the magazine out to cycle. Let's do that. Safety on, safety off. No surprises there. It doesn't look to me like it's got any miles to speak of. So it was probably bought as Junior's first gun and then used for what it was intended to do, and then retired young. 128, this is a Ruger 1022 takedown, stainless and polymer. Fixed sights and a rail on there to mount to. Comes with one detachable magazine. Safety on. Safety off. All as expected there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to take the mag out. If I'm not mistaken, takedown was just a little stiff on it, and I have an opinion as to why. My opinion is it just needs a bit extra cleanup on there. You see how it's been discolored, and maybe it was just on too long without getting cleaned. So taking it on and off even just a few times is going to do wonders. But I think I would get a little bit of emery on there and clean up the end of that specifically. These are great. I have one of these, and these are a terrific survival backpacker thing, whatever you like, because of the takedown. They fit nice and small. I think we go down to here. That was 128. 129 is an air gun. I'm not gonna cycle it, and I believe I don't have the proper tag on here. I believe this is a PAL required one, but the description will tell it. Either we know and we give you the feet per second, or we don't know and we make you have one. But Ruger, virtually unused. Also very, very low use is this Tactical 22. This is a German Sporting Goods, or SG, I think that's what it's called, GSG 16 22 LR. There's two magazines with this one. I know there's another one, because it comes with the box, the factory box, all fitted in there. Little fake silencer on there. I'll just dry fired a couple times. Mostly as what you see. Safety's on. I know you can't see it. Safety's off. Extending and locking stock. A couple of different positions. Fix the sights on there, adjustable, plus that flat rail. And just basically kind of a a fun little way to put 22 caliber holes in paper again. And you can't have too many fun ways to put holes in paper. 131 was his favorite. I picked these up, it seems like forever ago. We get this stuff and it's in the safe, it's cataloged, and then when you start bringing it out to do these videos and tweak the catalog, it's like, oh my goodness, I remember when I saw that first. So this was his favorite, precision shooting. This is a Ruger Precision, what it's called. There is the original packaging with this, so look at your image gallery. It's in 308, folding stock. Nicely adjustable stock, so you can adjust your riser, you can adjust the length. It's got a nice rail on it, flat top rail. I don't think there was a scope on it when I picked it up, but if there was, we would have probably sold it separately. Not a lot of miles, as much as it was his favorite. This is not the type of piece that gets all abused. Beautiful trigger on it. I know you can't tell, but trust me when I say that's gorgeous. Flash hider on there. He did grind down one of the center section there of that rail. I'm guessing for a very specific reason. Had a very specific accessory he was mounting onto there for his own use, but just so that you can see that. So those all have boxes. That's why they're down there, to remind me. 132, plus your gallery will show you that. 132 is a Browning trombone. It's got some surface rust on it. Tube goes in and out and locks nicely. It's cocked now. Safety's on. Safety's off. Cycling. Yeah, nice clean piece. No obvious cracks or anything in that one. But again, look at your description where we take a little bit more time to describe them. 133, another lever gun. Winchester in 38 WCF, circa 1904. Definitely in need of a good cleaning. It's cycling without any extra effort, but it is sluggish, so a little bit of cleaning will go a long ways on that one. I'm going to have a little peek down the barrel. It's a little too dark for me. I can see the rifling. More shot than the last one, so we will endeavor to get some pictures of those bores for you. Two more in this little stretch. Number 134 is another one that these typically don't get a lot of use. The center arms muzzle loading. This one is in 209 by 50 Magnum. And generally they don't get a lot of use because they're slower and more methodical. So this is more of a When I've seen the guys at the range, much more of a social thing. They get together and spend the whole day shooting 10 rounds and go through 3 thermoses of coffee. So probably buy that one with confidence. I don't anticipate that one's had much use. Feels tight, etc. 135, I recall, feels tight, although these are a little bit different as far as this is a good meat and potatoes farm gun, and it is in 12 gauge 2 3/4. It locks up tight. Cycles the safety on. Safety's on. Safety's off. So what you see is what you get. Lots of wear, a little bit of pitting. Look at your actual detailed image gallery for that. Otherwise, no surprises there. A little bit of wear on there, but just the normal stuff. So again, that was up to 135. We are going to carry on. Not sure. Honestly, you might see these last minute. You might even see these not till Friday night, kind of a thing, before closing, the night before closing. So anyhow, thanks for watching again. On behalf of Ward's Auctions and Bud Haynes Auctions, I'm Brad Ward. The office is 780-451-4549, and the website is wardsauctions.com.